way to enter the room. Thank you so much. I always hate to start talking when somebody is playing all that beautiful music. Hello, everybody. Welcome to day 3 of our Traveling and Journeys week. We are super excited to be here today with one of our favorite regulars, Reggie Harris, coming in today from Michigan, I think. And I'm super glad that he's here with us. And I want to welcome everybody. Hi to everybody out there on Facebook Live. Thanks for joining us here in the Daily Antidote of Song, an amazing project of Carpe Diem Arts. And we are so happy today to be singing yet another day, I think 661 today, or maybe 62. And we're here every day, 12 noon, singing one song, building community, and also doing a lot of other cool projects, one of which I'll be talking about today during the discussion. So hello, everybody in the room. Hi, of course, to Reggie. We're really psyched to sing with you today. Hello, Katie Abadou, coming in from Maryland and running tech for us today. Thank you so much. Hi, Annette in California. Hello, Brian in Maryland. Hi to Jaden in Maryland. Hi to Becky in British Columbia and Delhi in Maryland. Dick and Kathy in Victoria. Hello and hello. Hi to Arlene in California. Hello to Deborah in Kentucky. Hello to Susan in Ohio. Hi, Terry. Nice to have you with us today. Sheila in Florida. Hello, Barbara, who is not Graham, but I understand. Hi, Barbara. Nice to see you coming in from Massachusetts. Phil in Totnes. Hello. Nice to see you. Thank you for being here all the way from the UK. And Busy Graham in Carpe Diem Arts. Busy Graham is the ED of Carpe Diem Arts, and a fabulous ED she is. Hello to Susan Miller in Seattle. Hello to Carolyn, #1 fan of something, maybe of all of us, maybe of the Daily Antidote, maybe of Reggie Harris, and maybe of all of the above. Hello to Dawn and the Curly Tops coming in from Vermont. It looks like we have all 4 in one screen. What a special treat. Hello to Dane. Nice to see you today. Thanks for being here. And Kate in Charlottesville. Hello. Christiana and Bob in Rockville. Sarah in Texas. Hello. Hello to Simke. Glad you're here today. And Karen in Oregon and Shari in New Hampshire. Hello, Kirsten. Nice to have you back again. Rick and Mariana in Vermont. Rick was our song leader yesterday. If by any chance you missed it, please go to Facebook and find the Daily Antidote of Song page, because Rick's song is posted there for yesterday. Hello to Kevin, day 661. Thank you, Kevin. You're my great counter coming in from New Hampshire. Hello to Wendy Luella. Nice to have you back again. Then Wendy Luella is also someone who sings with us. Jim Harkless in the house coming in from Maryland, also somebody who sings with us. Hello to Cliff in Vermont, Gary in Mass, Stephen Michelle coming in from Maryland. Hello to, that is Leslie. Leslie, I'm not sure if you're new to us today. Thanks for being here. Hello to Jamie in Victoria, Bonnie in Idaho, Luda in Victoria. Hello. Hi to Amanda in Michigan with Miles, maybe hanging out in the background. Hi, Kathleen in Albuquerque. Hi, Kathy in Virginia. Hello to Dempsey. I'm glad you're back again. I think you were new yesterday. We're glad to have you here on day 2. Harriet in Illinois. Hello to Dan in Virginia. Hello to Barb in Virginia. Hello to Janet in Georgia, Storm in Massachusetts, Jim in New York City, Ruth in England. Hello. And Mabel and One Bear in Massachusetts. Nice. Wait, here comes bear number 2. There they are. Very nice. Thank you, Mabel. And Bob in Tucson, Fred in Maryland, and Julie in Ontario, Jane in Texas. Hello, Joni. Nice to have you back with us again today. Hi, Pat. That's Katie Abadou's mom. Everybody, let's thank Pat for the wonderful Katie Abadou. Cricket, thank you so much for being here today. Tom, nice to have you with us today, coming in from Nashville. I think you've been here once before, maybe twice. Hello to Barbara in Oxford. Nice to have you. That's Oxford, Maryland, not Oxford, England. Anna in Maine, in her car with snow out the window. Nice to see you, Anna. Anna is the Daily Antidote of Song assistant. We're glad you're here today. Hello to folks off camera today. Louise, Mommy in New Jersey, Janie, Aloysius in Mass, Loriana, Kachina, and Courtney in Vermont, Nancy, Gloria in Minnesota, Bronwyn in Victoria, Susan in maybe Tacoma Park, yes. Hello, Kat in Vermont, not off video, nice to see you. Joni and Adrian and Lynn in Connecticut and Sandy, and still some folks coming in the room. Everybody, let's take a deep breath. Oh, whoops, I missed Lynn and Sandy Moore. Hi, Sandy and Suzanne. And Cliff, wait, okay, so Lynn and Cliff are playing little head games with us, see, because if you look closely, Cliff says Lynn and Lynn says Cliff. Very cute. You can't fool me. Hi, Elizabeth. Nice to have you here today, and still more folks coming in the room. Everybody, let's take a deep breath. I'd like to welcome Keith, who just popped into the room and who may be new to us today. Keith, thank you for joining. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Let's take another deep breath. So Reggie Harris, do you speak New Jersey? Because I speak New Jersey.
Depends. Depends on how close to the turnpike I am.
That's awesome. So you can actually tell by Reggie's answer, depends, that he speaks a little more slowly. than I do. Reggie, I'm so glad you're here today joining us for Traveling and Journeys. And I know that actually today, for a special treat, you're bringing us not one, but two Traveling and Journey songs.
Well, there were two songs that were in my heart this morning, and when I suggested choice between them, you had the wisdom to say, "Oh, let's do both."
That's me. Wise as ever. We're so excited to sing with you. What are you going to start with?
I'm going to start with Woyaya, which is a song that I learned back in the 1980s. Hello, everyone. I am so glad to see all of you. And this song came to me through the mail. I used to play at a church called Pebble Hill Reformed Church in Doylestown, Pennsylvania. And the minister there, Reverend Gordon Drott, used to do the most interesting services. And one week he wanted this song and learned it off an Art Garfunkel album, believe it or not. But it's a song that was written by a group from Africa. They were in exile in France, I believe, and their name is Osibisa. And they wrote this song. And I've just found this to be such an amazing, wonderful song to keep in my heart as I go through life and as I'm continually making journeys that are uncertain. All of our journeys in some way are uncertain, right? And we are certainly in a time when uncertainty is the norm. So I thought this song would be a great song to start with. And it starts with a chorus that one word. It goes like this. Woyaya, 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 woyaya. And I know the song lyrics say that I'm playing this in F, but I'm really playing it in F sharp. In case you want to play along. So let's sing that chorus and then I'll go through. I know some of you or many of you know this. Woyaya, woyaya. Nice and airy. Woyaya, 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 woyaya. Melody is just so accessible. It goes like this. We are going, heaven knows where we are going. We'll know we're there. We will get there. Heaven knows how we will get there. We know we will. So let's sing that part again. We are going, heaven knows where. We are going, heaven knows where we are going. We'll know we're there. We will get there. We will get there. Heaven knows how we will get there. We know we will. And this next part goes up and you'll have to support this. It goes like this. It will be hard, we know, and the road will be muddy and rough, but we'll get there. Heaven knows how we will get there. We know we will. Let's sing it again. It will be hard, we know. It will be hard, we know. But we'll get there. Heaven knows how we will get there. We know we will. Let's sing that chorus. Woyaya, 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 woyaya. Again. Woyaya, woyaya, woyaya. And the harmonies. Woyaya, will get there. Heaven knows how we will get there. We know we will. Woyaya, 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 Oh, yes, indeed. How
Woo!
beautiful
Yes,
you are.
indeed. Beautiful. Reggie, that was so gorgeous. Thank you so much. I love, love, love that song. And I love the first time you brought it to me and us in this room and played it for us, shared it. It was just such a special one. It was really, really early in the Daily Antidote when you
It
came in.
was, yeah, yeah. It was one of the first ones that I think I shared.
I think that's right. And I'm just, it's a very good traveling and journeys song because it brings up that idea that, like, perhaps rather than being goal oriented, we should be sort of process or journey oriented. And what happens, happens. And you've had some journeys going on in the last sort of many months or the last, 2 COVID years or almost 2 COVID years, as have we all. How are you feeling today in the world?
I am feeling very good today. I am, I've been dealing with, some health issues that sort of popped up. 2021 was in many ways a very stressful year for all of us. Certainly, I had my share of it, and but that song and that sense of taking things as they come. I learned early on when I started traveling as a musician that every day was going to be different, and every audience was going to be different, and every situation. You go in with a thought that it's going to be one way, and you have this whole plan for the way things are going to go, and you learn very quickly that if you hold on to that, you'll be disappointed a whole lot. So I learned fairly early on to just kind of learn to hold things lightly. Um, and that really spilled over in my life. And then, of course, bigger things come along. For example, the journey I was on for 13 years with a liver illness, and where I just had no idea where that was going or how I would feel on in any given minute, let alone, whether or not I was going to actually survive it. And just kind of learning to be present in the moment. So I'm taking all those lessons certainly in this time when we're not sure. I had a pilgrimage that was scheduled to go to Mississippi and Alabama and Tennessee with Nazareth College, and we kept looking, and the levels of COVID were rising, and hospitals were filled, and finally we had to say, well, no, we thought we could go, but we can't. Great disappointment at the same time. Other things open up and other opportunities. So I'm always looking when those doors close for what the next opportunity is going to be.
Yep. And I sort of sound like a broken record, but of course, that's what we are in here is an opportunity that occurred when doors closed. And it's opened so many doors. It's been really, truly beyond the beyond of comprehension. And it is so seriously. I mean, if you would have said anything to me a year and a half ago or 2 years or wherever it is at this point, it feels like 15 years. I don't know. But if you would have said something to me like when the pandemic was starting about what could happen in isolation, I would have said, like, not a chance. Like, isolation is about being isolated, right? So the opposite happened. Isolation became this place where I met more people and became friends with more people than I ever would in non-isolation. So it says a lot for what's possible
Yeah.
if you think positively and try to make human connections no matter what your circumstances are. So I think actually, that would be a really great time for me to just mention, sort of on the side, speaking of human connections and isolation, that we are just about to embark on another Daily Antidote. I call them like activist projects, but just ways that we in the community can be active in sort of giving some of what we have out to the world. And so from our little seats in isolation, we have done a lot of card writing in this room, and we're about to start on another one. There's this incredible organization called Letters Against Isolation. Katie will put something in the chat. Founded by two sisters that are in high school, and it was founded during the pandemic as a way of getting letters to people who are isolated. And we are partnering with them to write letters, Valentine's Day cards specifically, that they are going to get in the hands of people who need happy Valentine's Days.
Oh,
Isn't
wow.
that cool? So yeah, we're going to have a card writing party in here on Friday, time still TBD, another one next week, and we're going to mail cards off. And so we were talking about this yesterday, but Valentine's Day can be a really hard time for people who've lost partners, people whose lives went differently than they might have hoped, people who just happen to be alone on Valentine's Day, whatever, right? And so here's this way where we can say somebody out there is seeing you, somebody out there is noticing you, somebody out there loves you. And so that's one of the things that we've done such a good job of in this room. And I'm so proud of everybody. And it's one of the silver linings of,
Now, this is a really great example of the beloved community, and who knew that it would be online?
right?
But it needs to be everywhere it can be.
It needs to be everywhere it can be. And we are so everywhere, I just have to say. Like, we are so all over the map. We had somebody coming in from Australia 2 days ago. It was 4 o'clock in the morning where she was, and she was singing along. And I love it. Yeah. Um, Reggie, let's see. How are you feeling in the middle of MLK month? And do you have anything special coming up, perchance, with Carpe Diem Arts, perchance, as part of
Perchance,
the
perchance. Well, Thursday at 6:30, I'm going to be doing a concert for an hour, and as part of the community sing, I believe. And I'm planning to honor Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., who, such an amazing icon, but such an amazing example of a human being who, he had no idea on his journey that he was going to become the icon of civil rights. He certainly had a lot of company, but I mean, he started out, in Atlanta as a boy and just sort of going to school, and so I want to pay some just tribute to him and that journey that he took, and all the people that he pulled in. Most of the people who really made a difference in the on the civil rights movement, we don't know their names, and that I think is an important thing to remember.
Yep.
So I'm gonna be singing some songs, and have people can join me there, and then actually this weekend I'm doing some performances with performances on a songwriting workshop with the People's Music Network, and that'll be online. If you go to the PMN website, you can register for that. There's going to be a concert on Friday night, and I'll be part of the concert. And then Saturday afternoon, I'm doing a teacher workshop. Blah 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 blah. I'm doing a songwriting workshop. I can't keep it all straight. Songwriting workshop with two friends, Rick Burkhart and Carol Ann Selbello, and hosted by Charlie King. And then Saturday night here in Michigan, although it's a limited audience, so people can't come. But stay tuned, because in February it's going to be offered online. I'm doing a concert with the amazing Josh White Jr. and the astonishing Reverend Robert Jones. We're going to do a concert at the East Lansing Public Library, and we're going to record it so that we can put it online in February.
That is so great. Thank you, Reggie. I hope all of us see you at those. They sound amazing. The concert tomorrow night is at 6:30. It's virtual, and it's actually part of the Healthy Families, Healthy Communities program that Carpe Diem does. And I think we're calling it a house concert. So come on over to our house tomorrow night for a whole hour with Reggie Harris. It could only be better if it was 2 hours. And I want to roll back just a minute to the MLK thing that you brought up, because last week we did a whole week of singing Martin Luther King week, and you were actually here for one of the days, and you hosted Hubby Jenkins, and it was tremendous. The conversation you guys got into, truthfully, it was like one of 7 amazing days of singing and conversation. That week just was so powerful. And I was thinking about the fact that you said, the names of the people that we don't know, because some months ago, Arne Batson brought the Harry T. Moore song. Is that the right name? That Sweet Honey in the Rock, I guess, did.
Yeah.
And now she sang it in here. And for many of us in this room, because I could see in the chat, it was the first time we had heard of him, or learned that story. And it's just, I think, a really good indicator of all of the stories behind the stories, right? There's
Mm-hmm.
more people that you don't know. There's people out there fighting or, working or quietly uplifting. And I think that those people also, their journeys impacted us. And so we should sing your last song for all those people, those ones you don't know.
Well, I'm gonna sing with your help a song that people sang on the Underground Railroad. And then all through the years, song says I'm tramping, tramping, trying to make heaven my home. Heaven was a secret code word during the Underground Railroad for a place where you could be free. And after 1850, if you said you were going to heaven, well, you didn't mean you wanted to hurry up and die. You meant you were on your way to Canada. So, so we can do this call and response. I could say, I'm tramping, tramping. You say, trying to make heaven my home. I'm tramping, tramping. You go, trying to make heaven my home. Up, down. I'm tramping, tramping. Say, trying to make heaven my home. I'm tramping, tramping. Trying to make heaven my home. And we go. Well, I never been to heaven, but I've been told, trying to make heaven my home. They say the streets up there are paved with gold, trying to make heaven my home. If you get there before I do, trying to make heaven my home. Tell all of my friends that I'm a coming to, trying to make heaven my home. Here we go. I'm tramping, tramping, trying to make heaven my home. Whoa, whoa, I'm tramping, tramping, trying to make heaven my, sing it all over. Tramping, tramping, trying to make a heaven my home. Whoa, whoa, I'm tramping, tramping, trying to make heaven my home. All brothers dancing on our way to freedom. That Jordan River is a chilly and cold, trying to make heaven my home. They say it chills the body but not the soul, trying to make heaven my home. That Jordan River is deep and wide, trying to make heaven my home. I'm gonna get my freedom on the other side, trying to make heaven my home. Here we go. I'm tramping, tramping, trying to make heaven my home. I'm tramping, tramping, trying to make heaven my home. Sing again. I'm tramping, tramping, trying to make heaven my home. I'm tramping, tramping, trying to make heaven my home. Don't you know that I'm trying to make heaven my home? Oh, I'm trying to make heaven my home. Walk of freedom, trying to make heaven my home. Trying to make heaven my home.
Thank you so much, Reggie Harris. That was gorgeous. What a great way to end on a super high note. Trampin', thank you so much for tramping your way in here today and singing not just one, but two songs. However, did you think of what a great idea to sing two songs?
It's always great to be here.
It's so great to have you. Let's all thank Reggie for being with us today. Thank you, Reggie. Hope you can see all these flapping fingers. And,
I do.
I do. So I would like to invite everybody to stay after for a minute to answer a few more questions about the card writing if folks have questions, which you probably do because I gave very few answers. And also anybody who's out there on Facebook Live, if you want to join us, you can go to carpediemarts.org, Daily Antidote of Song, and you can find us here where we'll be talking more about the card writing project and some other projects coming up. Don't forget to join us tomorrow night for more Reggie Harris. Let's all wave goodbye to Facebook Live.